Welcome to Anonymous Tarot. I'm Kleo, and I'm joined today by Billie. Today, we're delving into the symbolism of the Knight of Pentacles. Let's get started by drawing this card.
I love the energy of this card. The Knight of Pentacles is often associated with hard work, responsibility, and a strong connection to the earth.
Indeed, this knight is known for his practicality and dedication to his craft. He's a symbol of the farmer, the craftsman, and the diligent worker.
That's why this card can also represent a need for stability and security. It's about cultivating what you already have, rather than constantly striving for something new.
I think it's also important to note that this knight is not just a symbol of hard work, but also of patience and perseverance. He's willing to put in the time and effort required to achieve his goals.
That's a great point, Kleo. The Knight of Pentacles is often a reminder that progress may not always be linear, but that every small step forward is a step in the right direction.
In many ancient cultures, the Knight of Pentacles is associated with the Roman god Saturn, a symbol of harvest and time. This card can represent a need to slow down, to focus on the present moment, and to attend to the practical aspects of life.
I love how this card is often tied to the idea of craftsmanship and hard work. The Knight of Pentacles is like a master craftsman, patient and deliberate in their work, always striving for perfection.
The mythological origins of this card also have roots in the Celtic and Druidic traditions, where the knight is associated with the land and the cycles of nature. He is a guardian of the earth and its resources.
That's really interesting, Kleo. I think this card can also represent a sense of duty and responsibility. The Knight of Pentacles feels like a champion of the mundane, working tirelessly to maintain the balance of the world.
Yes, and in many myths, the knight is also depicted as a bit of a solitary figure, not seeking glory or recognition, but rather content to stay in the background and do their work. This can be a powerful message about the importance of humility.
I see what you mean, Kleo. The Knight of Pentacles can be a reminder that true power and strength come not from external validation, but from within. They embody a quiet confidence and self-discipline that's really inspiring.
In the realm of the Knight of Pentacles, we find a symbol of the diligent and hardworking individual. But when we enter the dream state, we're not in the physical world anymore. We're in the world of the subconscious, where the laws of reality are different. The Knight of Pentacles here represents the part of ourselves that's still rooted in the material world, still tied to the practical and the tangible.
That's a fascinating perspective, Kleo. I see the Knight of Pentacles as a harbinger of responsibility, of duty. But in the dream state, he's also a reminder that our actions, our decisions, can have consequences that ripple far beyond our waking lives. The Knight of Pentacles is a cautionary figure, warning us to be mindful of our impact on the world around us.
I love how you're connecting the practicality of the Knight of Pentacles to the idea of responsibility. But what I find interesting is how this figure can also represent a sense of stagnation, of being stuck in a rut. The Knight of Pentacles is often associated with the earth element, which can represent a sense of grounding, but also a sense of being bound to the earth.
That's a great point, Kleo. The Knight of Pentacles can indeed feel like a figure who's tied to the earth, who's rooted in a particular place or situation. But in the dream state, I think he's also a reminder that we have the power to break free from those constraints. We have the power to imagine a different reality, to create a new world for ourselves.
I think that's a wonderful way to approach the Knight of Pentacles, Billie. He's not just a symbol of responsibility, but also a symbol of possibility. And in the dream state, we're free to explore all the possibilities, to tap into our deepest desires and dreams.
Exactly. The Knight of Pentacles in the dream state is a call to explore the depths of our own psyche, to confront our fears and our doubts. It's a reminder that we have the power to shape our own reality, to create a world that's true to ourselves.
The Knight of Pentacles represents the grounded, practical aspects of human nature. We often think of him as a symbol of hard work and diligence, but I believe he also embodies a sense of responsibility and stewardship. He is a guardian of the earth and its resources, reminding us to live in harmony with the natural world.
I see the Knight of Pentacles as a manifestation of our inner engineer. He's the part of us that's always tinkering, always trying to improve and optimize our lives. But in doing so, he can also become stuck in a cycle of productivity and routine, losing touch with our creative and emotional selves.
That's a great point, Billy. The Knight of Pentacles can also represent the archetype of the caregiver. He's someone who puts the needs of others before his own, often to the point of sacrifice. This can be a beautiful quality, but it can also lead to burnout and neglect of one's own needs.
I think that's where the concept of self-care comes in. The Knight of Pentacles needs to learn to prioritize his own well-being, to take time for himself and nurture his own creative spark. Otherwise, he risks becoming a shadow of his former self.
That's a great insight, Billy. The Knight of Pentacles is also a reminder that our work and our responsibilities are not mutually exclusive with our personal growth and fulfillment. We can cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning that honors both our inner and outer worlds.
Exactly, the Knight of Pentacles is a call to integration to bring together our rational and intuitive selves, our outer and inner worlds. When we do this, we can tap into a sense of wholeness and unity that's hard to find otherwise.
The Knight of Pentacles is a card that represents our inner farmer, working diligently to cultivate our own lives, nurturing what we've sown. When we turn the card over, we might be facing the consequences of our labors.
This card often represents the practical, material aspects of our lives, but what happens when we are forced to confront the more mundane, hard-working aspects of ourselves?
The Knight of Pentacles can also represent the weight of responsibility, the feeling of being bound to our duties, our sense of duty to others or to ourselves.
Is this a call to acknowledge that we've been putting others first, or that we've been neglecting our own needs and desires?
This card can also suggest that we're facing the consequences of our material success, that our hard work has come at a cost, perhaps to our relationships or our own sense of purpose.
So how do we navigate this difficult terrain, and what can we learn from the Knight of Pentacles when we are faced with the practical, hard truths of our own making?
The Knight of Pentacles is a card of hard work, patience, and material stability. In the carry, he's seen walking with a heavy burden, symbolizing the weight of responsibility and the accumulation of material possessions. His physical presence is one of solidity, like a mountain, indicating a strong connection to the earth and the physical realm.
I see this as a reminder that our efforts, no matter how small they may seem, can add up to create significant change over time. The Knight's burden is not just a physical load, but also a metaphor for the emotional toll of our daily struggles. It's as if he's carrying the weight of our collective hopes and dreams.
In this sense, the Knight of Pentacles is a guardian of tradition and heritage, preserving the old ways and passing them down to future generations. He represents a connection to the land, to the cycles of nature, and to the slow, deliberate pace of the earth.
I think that's why this card is often associated with the practical, the mundane, and the ordinary. It's not necessarily a card of grand adventure or heroic deeds, but rather of steady, consistent progress. The Knight's journey is one of quiet, unassuming dedication.
Yet, despite his sturdy presence, the Knight of Pentacles is also a card of hidden depths and inner turmoil. He's a reminder that even in the most mundane of pursuits, there can be a sense of longing, of yearning, and of unresolved tension beneath the surface.
I love how this card can also represent the idea of getting our hands dirty. It's a call to engage with the world around us, to work with our hands, and to cultivate a sense of grounding and stability in our lives. The Knight of Pentacles is a powerful reminder that true fulfillment often lies in the simple, everyday moments.
The cards have spoken.
We'll see you at the next draw.